alternative online media can reach also a global public. And this notion of the citizen journalism is also related to this notion of the prosumer. The prosumer is at the same time a consumer and a producer of information. But of course, there are also limits to online journalism and online alternative journalism, because if each individual operates his or her own blog or online medium, then you get millions of online alternative media, and this weakens the attention that will be given to these media. So in terms of Jürgen Habermas, you could say that then it's a fragmented online public sphere. So my idea is that it's better to concentrate on the production of a few high quality online alternative media where many people engage their workforce, then focusing on individualized blogs and individualized alternative media, because otherwise this problem of the fragmented public sphere turns up. And of course, online you have the problem of this fragmented, or not fragmented, but of the capitalist attention economy, as I already argued, because normally within capitalist society, dominant actors have much more attention than alternative actors, and that's why I think, as I already argued, that special public funding should be directed for the establishment and the operation of alternative media in general, and also alternative online media. I'm from Europe, and here the situation is much different concerning alternative media than in the US, because in the United States you have, for example, public access television. Public access television is hardly in existence in Europe. It's now starting in some countries. Mainly this might be due to the fact that in many central and also northern European countries we have traditionally had much more focus on public television channels than on private television channels. Then I move on to the next question. The third question was asked by the only male student in your course. Sorry, I didn't get his name, and he was asking about learning on Web 2.0 and learning experiences concerning groups. And my assessment is, or my view here is, that Web 2.0 can advance new forms of learning, because just consider how the traditional form of learning actually operates. That's the same in the United States as in Europe. It's a very individualistic form of learning. So you are always assessed for your individual performance as student or as pupil, and so on. And I think this is really this individualized learning is really connected to individualism within modern Northern American and European societies, because within these societies we always operate as pure individuals. We operate as individual pupils, students, citizens, workers, consumers, taxpayers, and so on. So we are always addressed as individuals, but at the same time, in pure individualism can result in a lack of social cohesion, in a lack of public welfare, in a lack of equality, and so on. So I think it's wrong to focus purely on individualism. On the other hand, I think it's wrong to focus purely on collectivism, because the experience of fascism in Europe, National Socialism in Austria and Germany, fascism in Italy, and so on, just like the totalitarian experience in the former Soviet Union, has shown that pure collectivism also does not work, because there individual people were primarily addressed as being part of a collective, the worker collective, or the Aryan or a strange form of racial collective. There was no place for individualism. So I think we need a dialectical medium way between collectivism and individualism, because both systems, or both ideas pose in political practice disadvantages. So I think what we need is what could be called the well-rounded individuality, where individual qualities strengthen collective qualities, and where collective qualities of society enable true individuality. So what could this mean for learning and for online learning? This middle way, this combination of collectivism and individualism. I think we need new ways of learning that are less individualized, that are more collective and cooperative, but are not fully collective. So I think, for example, in terms of learning in a course at universities, it is good that you start learning as an individual, that you read papers as an individual, collect your own ideas, maybe write a short paper about the things you have read, and so on. But I think this is only the first step, and there are 3 steps actually: cognition, communication, and cooperation. These are for me the 3 steps of an information process. And the first step is that you do it as an individual. You cognize individually, you read things, you write your ideas up, maybe write a paper that can then also be assessed, and so on. But the second step is for me the communicative step, that these ideas and different ideas that students have, or that pupils have in school, should be extensively discussed in class. It's the second step, and one should make use here also of information technology in order to exchange ideas, different online learning platforms for discussion, and so on. But of course, online discussions should not replace face-to-face discussions. They should supplement and enhance them, but pure online learning actually does not work. That is also what scientific studies have already shown. And then the third step is the cooperative step in learning. This means that that students work together in a group and produce joint ideas. They discuss and, for example, try to write a paper together that reflects their joint ideas. And I think here tools such as a wiki or Google Docs or other online collaborative tools that enable collaboration in real time, in a synchronous mode, but also in an asynchronous mode, should be used. So I think a new form of learning is needed, a form of cooperative learning that does not compromise individualized learning. So it's at the same time a form of cooperative and of individual learning. And I think that courses at university should try to advance this combined form of learning.